chemistry didn't work, and he suddenly put so much tariff on India. So that was kind of a shock. I did my engineering in India. Then I worked for several years over there. And then my brother-in-law and sister, they were in US. They are the one who called me here. Rameshji Bhutara and my sister is Kiran Bhutara. I stayed with them for 2 years. Then my wife and family uh, joined me here in '84. And I worked with Rameshji, the company, for 17 years. Then I started my own business in 1997. I started in a field of importing and distributing industrial products. When we started the company, it was only two people because I come from a business family. So I had always wanted my own business. So I started with two people, myself and my business partner, Pradeep Gupta. And then by God's grace, it expanded. And in the meantime, in several years, we bought and sold a lot of companies. At one time, we were hiring 150 people, and our business was close to $150 million. Then we diversified, and we got out of few businesses. Now we are running two businesses. One business is being run by my son, Jugal Malani. He has been with the company for 17 years. Now he is the CEO of the company. So he runs our main company, and I run another small company to keep myself busy. I'm kind of going towards retirement. I came in, actually, one time I landed here in '79.
Okay.
And I didn't like it at all.
Okay.
So in 15, 20 days, I went back to India. Then my wife, Raj, she said, no, you have to do something better than what you're doing here. So she's the one who called Rameshji and said, why don't you call him again here?
Okay.
Because of her, I'm here. So, my first choice was not US. I wanted to have a comfortable life in India.
Okay.
Then I came here, and at the time there were very few Indians over here. For me it was very easy because I mixed up with my GIG's friends, Ramesh's friend circle, and everything. So it was very easy for me. Then in business also it was difficult because to tell my name, pronounce my name Jugal was very difficult for the people because I was in sales.
Right.
My job was selling manuals and everything, so it was very difficult. So I had to convert my name from Jugal to J. That was easier and more American to even pronounce my name.
Right.
So we came over all these hurdles, and slowly, a lot of people coming over here, and organizations started building up. So it became easier. A lot of Indian restaurants, temples, communities over the years, they all flourished here. Yeah, there is one called Taj Mahal, which is 50 on 45.
Okay.
And I used to go there quite often because it was near the port. Those days we had to go to port to make sure that our cargo is unloaded, and we had to load on the trucks. So we had to supervise all those things.
Right.
So and Taj Mahal, and then Bombay Palace was another very nice hotel at that time. Hillcroft area.
Hillcroft. Okay.
Now it is called Gandhi. They have given a name of Gandhi area.
Okay.
Officially, it is named as Gandhi Enclave or something. And so all the Indians, sari stores, restaurants, all are over there. And so many temples. I think maybe over 75, 80 temples, and maybe over 100 organizations. So here now it feels like we are living like a mini India. There are a lot of energy companies and oil field companies. As you said, it is called energy capital of the world. There are many big companies, and they need a lot of engineers. So, these companies hired a lot of Indian engineers. That was the place in the beginning for people to get a job. So, a lot of Indians started working in those companies. That's how I think a lot of Indians migrated to Houston. And those companies are still there. They're growing, and as energy field is still growing, you know. Uh, we also had a small company catering to the energy business. We used to sell valves and other things to that company. Uh, Indians have basically gone into each and every field. Earlier we know only like motel industry and all those things, but these days any field you pick up, Indian people are well established business people over there. If you take engineering field, if you take doctors, you take franchises, anything you can see, and so many CEOs are running. We know only about the big companies, but even smaller companies, so many CEOs are running engineering companies, private equities. In every field, you will find Indians at a prominent position.
Wonderful.
Even in the field of education, so many professors, superintendents of
Renu
schools.
Khator.
Renu Khator is a
Right.
great example,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And she has taken University of Houston to a different level altogether in last 10, 12 years. This is a big shock to the industry. Suddenly, in like 1 month after Trump would say you have to pay 25%, 50% tariffs on products. And it's very difficult to pass on the tariffs. But I see there is not much choice also, because a lot of manufacturing is already evaporated from these from US, and the products what we deal in, they cannot be manufactured here. Even if you manufacture them here, it will take a couple of years to even put the plant and start manufacturing, and they will cost much more than even if you pay a 50%, 60% tariff also. So basically, we are passing on the tariff. We are in stages so that no one gets hurt. Our suppliers are also helped us in absorbing some of the tariffs. We are absorbing some tariffs, and they are passing on some tariffs. So everyone is has a kind of a soft landing on this one. It depends customer to customer, and product to product. Some product can take the whole 50% jump. Some cannot take. So depending on the product, uh, like I would say, like 30% I would say. Yeah. There are no financial losses because um, our customers were also understanding that hey, it is not us, it is the money is going to the government and everyone has to pay it. So they have become very accommodative and understand the situation. So they gave us the increase right away. And right now I think the business wise it's quite stable. It's not growing or coming down, and our margins have also stayed pretty decent, so that we don't have to lay off anybody. Businesses are going on, so I would say over next in the 6 months it will all be I think people will forget about tariffs.
Okay.
It will become like a norm.
Normal.
So,
New rates would be
New
applied.
rates will apply.
Right.
you know, uh, India exports a lot of products, including engineered products, consumables, and a lot of food, like our Indian grocery stores. They import a lot from India. So those you'll see a effect right away in those products, because the biscuit, like I'll give an example, glucose biscuit. It comes from India, and what India has done, I know through a distributor that they are also giving, like helping the distributor here and sharing some of the tariffs. So like this, I think people are. I'm sure this kind is happening with every businesses. Like in our case, as I said, and our supplier is absorbing some. So it won't be a big big impact, but certain impact will be there, and people will feel it over period of time. I think of 6 months, after 6 to 9 months, it will be, unless something more drastically happens, it will show up in the inflation figures. When Trump came back second term, we were very happy. We thought that he has excellent relationship with India, and we are in great position. China has 55% tariff. India is, will be in the driving, and a lot of business will move to from China to India. And but it didn't happen. I think somehow that chemistry didn't work, and he suddenly put so much tariff on India. So that was kind of a shock. And slowly, November, I think there is a final decision he has to make. So we hope during that time this oil tariff, which he has said 25% because of war between Russia and Ukraine, this imposed 25, that will go away. And India, we say between 15 to 20% tariff will be there. So which is quite reasonable, and I think that should not create any major issues. I think he should look into the products, basically not across the board. Some products cannot be manufactured here. So those products he should leave it alone, and maybe put a small tariff, but where he want to bring the manufacturing back, where it is feasible that this manufacturing can come back, those products he can put pressure to bring the manufacturing back, but not across the board. Everything can be manufactured here, but what about the cost? Labor cost. Here, labor cost is going up. So I don't think some of the products they cannot be manufactured here. No matter if it's even 100% tariff, they cannot be manufactured here. Like small, like engineering products, where they are not used in mass quantities. Your short runs, 1,000, 2,000 pieces of certain item. US is not geared up to manufacture those products. If it is a large scale where you have to use thousands of products, US can compete with any country. But smaller products where labor is added, where you have to touch and do some assembly work, US cannot be competitive. Some of the product like garments, it's not a national security. So he has imposed tariff on that also. So those kind of products, he should think and not put a heavy tariff on those products, because they cannot be manufactured here at the cost where you can buy from Bangladesh, India, other countries. So I think they have to be selective. Not everything is national security. Opportunities are going to be there for sure, because we have become a global economy. So things have import export business is going to be there no matter what. And we think these tariffs are kind of a temporary. Maybe they might be here for a year or two. Then things will come back to normal. So for that, keeping that in mind, a lot of people are not going to manufacture those, put investment in factories where the policy might change after a year or 2 years. How can you make investment and bring a factory, and tomorrow the policy changes? So it is a big thing. So I don't think much will be affected in import wise. India's development has been really great, because at one time we used to buy, I would say, 80% of product from China. Any inquiry comes, our mindset was send it to China. They can do anything. But about 4 5 years back, we started changing the strategy, because a lot of good manufacturing companies came up in India. These are especially people, youngsters, who studied here, went back, took their family business to a different level, where they know how important communication is, how important delivery time is, all those things. So India's changed a lot in the last 5 7 years, and we found some very good factories in India. They're all over. They're in Gujarat, they're in Pune, they're Maharashtra, all over Ludhiana, and we were able to, I think, diverse our business from China. Almost like only 20% is coming from China. Now, rest is coming from India. Many people, like, you know, people in the industry, like even my brother-in-law, my GIG, he has a big business of, waterworks fittings. He has put a plant. He used to have a plant in China. He shifted plant to India. So like that, many people have changed their sourcing. It's like emotional retirement will always be there, but it is more with emotional attachment. Business doesn't work.
Right.
If China is cheaper, emotional attachment is not going to work. You have to buy from where you can buy the right product and make money. So it is more now that they can compete with China. So that's the reason we had to, and people like us, like GIG, had to move to India, and it became like a very nice thing for us. One, we are dealing with our country, we still have so much attachment with it, so it feels good also. Doing business in US is very simple. There is no any kind of discrimination, I would say, or corruption or anything like that. If your price is good, your quality is good, you deliver on time, anyone is ready to buy from you. So that is my experience in last 45 years. That, so in the back of your mind, you have to be there. You have to compete on price, quality, and so it's easy to do business over here. India, I think I'm not going to go back and start a business in India. No, it is very difficult. I can see my family still has business. My brother and my nephews, they do business. Um, I see, like they still have to go through some hurdles to, get their foot into the door of many companies, and it's still a little bit of, I think, uh, to know people and have some other means to get the business. When I came here, I lived with Ramesh Butala. He has been a big influence on me, and I saw him. Uh, even paying taxes was very difficult for me. That why we have to pay so much taxes. So one day he explained to me why we have to pay taxes and all those things. So, if you're living in a community, you have to pay taxes and those kind of things. And I saw him doing lot of charity work. He's from RSS background, and so kind of it ingrained in me. Living with him for many years, working with him. So I got influenced by his way of looking at life. So slowly, I also started doing charity work. Then I saw all these organizations, and people who were involved in these organizations that. Ramesh Shah, I think he's very, very well known. He's the backbone of the Ekal Vidyalaya.
Right.
When he started this, we all supported him. And like this, another charities, Pratham started. Because of your friend circle, you get involved in those charities and they
Right.
see they're doing very good work. So you start doing this year after year. I'm involved in like Ekal Vidyalaya and Pratham, Magic Bus, Seva International, and then a lot of our temples and smaller local organizations here. So a little bit everywhere I'm involved a little bit. I don't see, means I think they will go through their own phases. When they are students, they are working till they have their own kids. They are not going to come back and see like like us what we were like a very knitted family and going to temples and all those things. But once they have started having their own kids, I can give an example of my own children.
Right.
They started taking their kids to Chinmay mission, like for learning our spiritual,
Right.
our Hindu ways of life. And right now, the second generation is not giving any charity work, not involved that much. But I think slowly they will also change, and hopefully, they will follow these things. they're very smart. Younger generation has done very, very good, much better than what we have done. They are so they are capable of doing a lot of good things, and I'm sure they will see the importance of this charity work. So they will help the charities, and I already see some of them are coming second generation. I have involved my son Pankaj Malani into like India House. I was the president of him,
Right.
so I told him, and he saw me. Now he has taken the position of president of India House, and now we have a Hindu camp. I see second generation like Bharat Pallor, Vijay Pallor's son, and Rishi Bhutara, Jiaji's son.
Right.
They are all like very much involved. So I think parents' influence makes a lot. They see what their parents have done. Slowly, at certain age, they will also start coming and doing this thing.